Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are well and you had a great day. My day was wonderful. Let's start. So I wanted to show you this clip. Please let's see and maybe reflect a little bit on this one.
Der Masterbook bei Audi ist das Werkzeug und die Institution zur Erreichung unserer perfekten Anmutung und Qualität. Die Schaltbetätigung des 9.8 verkörpert alle drei Kriterien der.
What does it take for a car to become an Audi? It takes determination that knows no limits. It takes 2.5 million test kilometers a year. Searing heat. Torrential rain. 300 kilometer per hour wind. Salt. 100% humidity. It takes an aging process that adds 12 years to a test vehicle in just 19 weeks. All Audi models, from the A1 to the A8, have to endure this grueling test. It takes people who listen to more than just car boots to find irritating noises, whenever and wherever. It takes engineers with zero tolerance when it comes to tolerance. Who see and perfect everything. Every gap, every seam, down to tenths of a millimeter. It takes leather that's better than leather, that can withstand 45 stringent tests. It takes feathers from Australia's biggest bird, for only emu feathers ensure immaculate paintwork. Cathodic corrosion protection. High-speed rotary atomizers. 100 micros, but 110% precision. But above all, it takes more than 100 years of experience. And the unwavering determination to achieve perfection. That's the only way for a car to become an Audi.
Yes. So we just watched this clip. I also posted it in your chat. Um, so the idea is not we are not trying to promote Audi or any company. You can have your own choice. Maybe you like some other brand, and that is fine. But the point I wanted to convey is that these international businesses who reach somewhere, um, what are the things they go through. But anyways, anyone wants to make a comment or anything? What stands out for them as they were watching this clip? Any thoughts, any ideas? If someone can maybe say something. Yes, Sebastian.
Yes, hi, first of all, and I think the clip just shows how the good quality of Audi is, yes, which process goes into the good quality of the manufacturing of an Audi, because in the clip they actually say that it doesn't depend on the models of the cars, like let's say it's not the upper class models, but actually every model from the A1 to the A8. And well, they just mention a lot of points like the cars are tested in all conditions, and it says it's in rain, heat, wind, and even with the salt for the winter. And yes, actually, I don't want to name all the points because I think the other guys want to say something as well. But
So nice of you, Sebastian.
no,
But the wind, for example, for wind, it's 300 kilometer per hour wind. Yeah, that is that type of thing. Yeah.
and I think it just they want to stress the effort and the experience that they have, that they put into the manufacturing process.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
mainly the point.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes, Luca, Fidan, Tessa, anyone?
All right, so like at first, what I have to say, it's a great clip, isn't it? Like I think they really did well in like communicating what they wanted to communicate. So after this clip, you really think that, oh my gosh, Audi is like the best car you could ever imagine. And what they also do like is like I don't believe that somebody is laying in the trunk when they're testing. Like so they are like kind of yeah putting like much more in it than they would really do, and yeah, it makes so they are really nicely drawing a picture of their development. So they did well with this video.
Hmm.
Okay, so I do agree with what he said right now, but what Luca said, but for me, I don't think that this commercial is really for like everyone, because it was so much. If I would see a commercial like that on YouTube or anywhere, I would just go to another channel or skip it or anything. It is a good commercial for people who are extremely interested in buying the best car they can get, or for people who want to try to have more information about this kind of car, but it isn't really made for like everyone, for the bigger community. So I think maybe it is probably pricey, like it did probably cost a lot to make this video, and maybe it didn't pay out like they wished it did. I mean, I don't know, but I could imagine that.
We take the point. Thanks for that. Yes, Tessa. So as Tessa is joining us, maybe 2.5 million test kilometers. 2.5 million. Yeah. Soil test in 100% humidity. Aging process that adds 12 years just in 19. Shock test. Irritating noises in the trunk. Irritating noises in the trunk. I did not really plan to talk about it, but because Luca has mentioned that maybe they don't do those type of tests, so I'm going to spend some time on that. Zero tolerance when it comes to tolerance. Zero tolerance when it comes to tolerance. Please write it down. International business, international successful, really like real international, which is respected and everything. Zero tolerance. to, and we are not talking about Audi. It is any big, this is just an example, yeah, down to tenth of milliliter, down to tenth of milliliter, that type of testing. Leather test, 45 different leather tests. 45. Please run some search on this. 45 different types of leather tests. They are not making up things. This is what they do. Yeah. Or any company which is worth their salt. We're not talking about Audi. Basically, it is any company or BMW or whatever. If you look at BMW, the type of testing they do, that is amazing. Yeah. Yes, Luca, please go ahead.
What I wanted to add to the zero tolerance thing, so what I know actually from car manufacturers is that all of that is kind of a mixed calculation. So, of course, innovation or like innovating all of this costs a lot, but sometimes they also save on innovation and yeah,
Yeah.
kind of deal with or tolerate damages. So that's marketing communication, but that's not reality.
Yes, a very good, excellent point. Because when they are doing all of these things, when they are innovating and they are making the thing perfect, that they are saving a lot of money. Because first time, just like Procter and Gamble thing we were talking about, first time whenever you are doing something, if you do it well, then you save your cost. Remember this also. And you do a course and you don't do well and you fail or something like that. What have you done? You have increased your cost in terms of more time to complete the degree, cost in terms of paying the university or whatever. Again, it's just an example. No one is going to fail here, but I'm just trying to create a picture for you guys. Sebastian.
Yes, I also just wanted to add something real quick to the point that Luca also said, because I also think that this is not really the case, that you don't really have like no tolerance at all, or this is really the case, because I just talked to a friend of my family who was in another part of Europe with the Bosch group. I think this is maybe also a company that many of you know, and he was also saying that even though it's still in Europe, they get like a lot more detailed instructions on how much tolerance is possible or how much
Yes,
they could
yes.
deal with. So this is, I think, something that you should see critically, because I'm not sure if this is the case in all of the world in the manufacturing process, because
Yeah.
Bosch is also doing hydraulic cylinders, which is like also very important to have a high quality. And this is just an experience that I wanted to add for that.
Yes, thanks very much for pointing that out, because it could confuse some of us. Because when I say zero tolerance, I did not really mean that there is no tolerance. What I mean that the standard they have set for themselves, within that they are tolerant. Outside of that standard, they are not tolerant. So let me give you an example, as thanks Sebastian for bringing this up. So if your target is that you are okay if you get anything between 60 to 70% in a course, and that is your tolerance. You would be okay if you get 60. If you will be okay, that is your lower limit 60 and upper limit is 70. So you would be okay anywhere in between. Of course, you would be happy if you can exceed 70, but definitely you would think about that, why you got less than 60. So that is your tolerance level. So within that you are okay, and if you get outside of that, especially in the lower zone, which is 60, if you get less than 60, then you have zero tolerance for that. That is what I really meant. So thank you very much, Sebastian, for bringing that up. uh, Paint, for example, feathers coming from Australia, and in the end, as they are as stopping it. And also let me add that tolerance for these are very very minimum tolerance. It is not that big of a gap, like from 60 to 70 marks. It is very quite tight, like they would say, okay, between these two figures, somewhere in between it is going to be. Let me give you an example. You go in the grocery stores, and you see that there is a bottle which says that 250 ml is going to be in it. So the company has packaged Pepsi, for example, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, any company. So they would say in this bottle we have 250 ml. Pick that bottle from that store, then go to some other place, pick the same bottle, then go to some other place, pick the same bottle, provided that they are coming from different batches, provided they are manufactured on different dates, yeah, and those details are there on the bottle batch number. You just need to know how to read them, and then take them to a lab and measure them using the measuring tools, yeah, measure them. You will find that it is not exactly 250 ml. It is not that. Same thing for anything, like for example chips, snack. Do you think whatever the weight they say or whatever the amount they say, it is equal in all the packs they are making? It's not like that. But you can't really observe it because it is very minimum. But if you use proper instruments to gauge it, then you will find out that there is a little bit of a variation. In this Audi's case, they were saying 10th of a millimeter. So that was their maybe tolerance level. Yeah. But you can speak with some engineer who's working in these type of things, and he can maybe elaborate on that. The thing which I really wanted you to take home is that, in the end, when they are closing, they were saying above all 100 years of experience. Yeah. So that is what we were trying to say during the week also, that you do something, you learn from that, you build experience, then you improve that, and so on, and over a period of time you will reach wherever your target is. And this company, whatever advertisement they are making, they were saying that what is behind is 100 years of experience of working on this thing. Yeah. And also unwavering determination to achieve perfection. Unwavering determination. Things are going to come, hard times are going to come. Unwavering determination to achieve perfection. And this is where it comes, that zero tolerance to having a tolerance. But again, what Sebastian said, please make note of that. Luca said something about the trunk of the car, about the trunk of the car. I want to talk about that. I did not plan, but I want to talk about that. Please watch this clip. And what Luca said is not maybe wrong. I don't know what is that, but I'm just a point came in my mind, so I just want to share that with you. And also pay attention to the ending of the scene.
segnale da 48, segnalo Aston Martin grigia seguita da un'Alfa nera in direzione delle camere. Esplosi colpi di arma da fuoco.
If the quality was good, you would see that the guy is perfectly fine. No damage at all to the guy. And the car went through all of these things. Essentially, these big companies do their advertisement using this also. Like they would cooperate with these type of movies. One of them is James Bond, Fast and Furious, these type of things. And then they would advertise themselves using this. This guy, he could have had him somewhere else also, but he has him in the trunk. The point is that yes, we might think that these companies don't do testing in the trunk and not, but if you will read more on this, you will realize that they are doing testing in the trunk and they are doing testing in weird places in the car. For example, in the bottom of the car, in the lower ends. Very strange type of testing they are doing. Yeah.
It's time to get out.
Anyways, so think about these things. You know that what is going on in the world of international business. How much effort these companies put in in uh, in perfecting their product, the ups and downs they have to go, and all of that. So, and you can link it with the earlier discussion. For example, I showed you this clip, so you could link it with yesterday's discussion also, which was marketing and stuff like that. Uh, so this would be essentially now our closing discussion, if you want to call it. So again, we are going to watch a clip. You are familiar with this company, I'm sure, Lego. I think you guys mentioned it in some of your examples also. So if the quality is not good when I'm showing you the clip, I am posting it in the chat. This is the clip that I just posted. You can watch it in your own browser. Otherwise, we are going to also play it here. So it is up to you where you want to watch it. But please watch it. It is a 17 minutes long clip. Please watch it. Make notes. What do we learn from this? Lego is international business indeed. Reflect on their journey. Try to make some connections, what it takes to, essentially the question is that what it really takes to become a successful international business. That is why I showed you the earlier clip, and example, and that is the essential question. So as you are watching, please make notes, try to reflect on earlier conversations, anything you can make note, or whatever stands out for you. So essential question is that what it really takes to become international successful international business. So please watch it. I hope you guys enjoyed the clip. Um, Please tell us what stands out for you as you are watching that clip. What stands out? What fascinates you? What are the lessons we can take away from this beautiful story? Um, as I just told you that this is our concluding discussion or conversation. So please participate in this one. And those of you who maybe have not said anything in the session and they were sending emails and stuff, uh, I've already told you that you're gonna pass, and don't worry about those things. I've given you tentative scores. Roughly speaking, that is where you are going to fall, and you will be fine. So don't worry about that. But I would really like if some people who maybe did not say anything much during the semester, they can also come forward and say something. It is just it is just in our mind that the block is just there, that we can't speak or whatever. Just come forward and maybe a line or two, what is the takeaway lesson, and that I think you should try it, but it is up to you, no pressure. Yes guys, please go ahead.
Well, there are a lot of moments to talk about, but what impressed me most, it was the beginning of the story. The founder, he had great ideas and was quite innovative, but the business was still not doing well because he was not able to communicate this idea and to sell his ideas the way to make the success. So I would say that one of the key takeaways here is not only to be innovative enough and to be really progressive, but also to be good in marketing and stuff, and to be able to promote your ideas in the right way. Otherwise, even the innovative ideas can just die because of this inability to communicate them.
Beautiful point. Beautiful point. Any other thing which really stands out for you? What else you think? Because this is, think about this. What Lena said, that it starts with the idea, simple idea, and then she's saying that that idea you need to market it. So what is that? That is communication. You can have many great things in your head, but if you cannot communicate well with the consumer or customer or whatever, then maybe it is not going to work. So she's linking it, international trade, with other things like marketing, very important, communication, those type of things. Even think about the name Lego. When you know many stories from your marketing course or your general observation, that many businesses go in other territories and they name their business in a way that it means something else. It loses its real meaning. Sometimes it means something bad. You guys have given many examples to me on that. Some one of the friends also sent me a book on that. Like it was the book was talking about marketing blunders different companies have made, but somehow he was able to, without even knowing, he was able to name his company Lego, and what that means is I put together. So that helped for him. So great thing, Lena. But anything else you would want to maybe add? Because there's not many people who are maybe going to speak. They are shy or something. So I'm counting on you guys.
Yeah, I also wanted to point out the name, that it really helped, but the other thing is also the motto, as his son was trying to skip one step in the process, and then his father said that you shouldn't try to avoid doing all the steps and in order to produce the best quality. And then they said that the best quality, like the best is only good enough. So I think this motto was also very important, and it's still used nowadays. So this message should be really powerful and saying about the mission, vision, and values of the company, so that the consumer can be really convinced about that.
Amazing. Thanks. Yeah, thanks very much, Lena, for your participation and helping the discussion. So think about this, what she's saying. And we all are do this type of thing. Like we know that we are doing some paper, some project, doing some whatever. We know that this is not the best. We can do better. But we will say that this is good enough. Let it go. Yeah, let it go. We do that in different things in our life, all of us. So, but in international business, think about it. You know, you can't do that. You have to really so think about it how hard it is. So this would really help you appreciate these businesses which really make it big. So thanks for these pointers. Amazing. Yes, next one, please.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, for me, actually, I don't know if this answers your question or your discussion, but for me, the key takeaway was not really a business thing, but maybe
Yeah,
kind of the mindset they had, because
nice. Absolutely.
yeah, it was like the universe was telling them not to do it because the factory burned down twice, and
My God.
always things didn't work out, and they didn't have anyone to invest in because the investor went bankrupt in the beginning. And I think the mindset was really cool that they never gave up. And also I liked that they wanted to do honest business. Like they didn't want to, I don't know, use the customer, or they just wanted to be honest and do a good quality product. And that's kind of was my key takeaway from this whole story.
Excellent for giving us that direction. We are very thankful. So mindset, anything in life, it is your mindset. What how the failure would come. What are you going to do? Things will not go the way you want. What is how you are thinking about that? You are thinking failure as failure, or very good, Heidi. uh, Actually, yesterday I was saying Heidi. So Vlad said E, you're going to say it A. So it's Heidi. Yeah, so I'm trying to
It's
perfect that
it's
also.
hiding. Yeah, but it's okay. Doesn't matter.
Yes, yes, yes. So mindset, and our friend is saying that two times, multiple times, the fire. It's a big loss. All the things, your prototypes, your things you are using to make the stuff, all of that is burned down, and you start again. Think about it. Think about like you are making some assignment or something like that on computer, and you forget to save it, and you worked for 2 3 4 hours, and now it is gone. How do you react? You are not happy about it. And think about it, you'd make it again, and then somehow it is lost again. It is not saved or something. How are you going to make it the third time? You will have to, because it is maybe an assignment, but think about your mindset where it would be. But this is what they said, all right, no problem, fire, we're going to start it again. It's very easy to see this and say, okay, fire happened and they started again. But put yourself in the shoes. What does that really mean? So many children, they have big family, don't have money, food problems, all of those things. I'm sure they would get upset and they would get angry and maybe low for a short period of time, which is fine. But overall, they just kept going. So mindset, uh, very good point, very good observation from our end. And honest business, what they really doing it for to make money? Yes, they needed money, but what was the real motivation to do the thing? Yeah, that you need to think about. So many times people are doing something for money, and nothing is wrong in that. If that is what you want, please go ahead. But people who really reach somewhere in life, generally speaking, their motivation is not money. It's something else is driving them. Something is motivating them. Something else is giving them that mindset or whatever. If for different people it is different, but I have rarely seen someone exceptionally successful and they are just doing the thing for the money. Money, yes, of course they will get rich, and then of course they would want to expand and become richer, and yes, but that is a byproduct, the way I'm looking at it. But you have to think about this. They are very passionate about the job, all these type of people, and our friend is saying honest business. So they wanted to they were really caring about their client. They were trying to improve the experience of children. And in that, they were facing a lot of troubles. They were just hardly making their end meet for so many years in the beginning. And then, it is not that the person who started, he got the success. It is not like that. The next generation came and they were equally dedicated, maybe more in some ways. And then that helped business grow. So just like Audi's example, 100 years of experience or whatever, it means that over generations you are building these type of big brands. Look in Europe, these big brands, they are over. So next generation has to be also, but many times you will see that next generation, because they are born with golden spoon or something like that, you will see that they are not as dedicated, passionate, or hard worker because they got it easy. They are not working that hard. On the other hand, because their parents did not have anything much, so they were working hard. So that also kind of influences your mindset, where you are coming from. So I would want to link it with adversity. I think I did speak about this. Like sometimes we are in adverse situation and we kind of are not happy about it. But think about it. All these great men and women, they if they created something, they did not create it in they were relaxed and everything. It is hard times which made their mind think and all of those things. Very good points, Heidi. Yes, next one.
So what I saw in the end, I think he said it. He said imagination is the limit, and that like truly spoke to me, because you could see that they were always like thinking about it can go further. They had like a vision in their mind about this project, and they never gave up on that. Like this, don't give up even if everything is burning down. And maybe in the beginning it doesn't work like that. They never gave up because they had a vision about what it could be. And like you also said, with the money, the father said with the son that he needs to paint it again, that the quality doesn't go away. And I think people that don't care about how to make fast money, more like how to make good quality, they will be more successful in the long run, because they won't make a lot of mistakes with the product. And it is also something that I saw in the video, or that came to me like. And yeah, but the most thing was about the imagination is the limit. Like, follow your vision, and if you have one, then don't give up on that.
Mm. Uh, uh, may I ask you to elaborate on this? We had our conversation, but I think if you will speak a little bit on this, like not giving up, and you have something imagination. You are talking about maybe the people who invented aeroplane and stuff like that. You are talking about that also. So anything you can say, you think our fellows, colleagues here, our friends would maybe it will, because it's coming from you maybe, and you are one of them, maybe they will get some inspiration or something. Anything on that, if you can say, I think it would help everyone, because when it helped me and I told you about that. So I think maybe if it is possible for you, talk about it, like imagination, dreams, following them, anything on those, whatever you think, if you are comfortable a little bit.
Imagination. The thing with imagination is that everything comes from imagination. That the people that invented everything, they had like a vision in their mind and imagination. Telephone or with a plane, like someone was driving home and he thought, that's such a long way, I wish I could just fly. And it was in his imagination that he could fly from this place to the other place. And if he would tell that in his days to his friends or family or anything, then people would laugh at him, because like it wasn't there yet, and it was so unbelievable at that time. But still, it was his imagination that it could be like it could be done. It was done then. And I don't know how to explain it right now, but I think
That's
if
okay.
you have like a vision, or if you can imagine something, that it means that it can be true, because everything came from an imagination. Like every invention came from someone thinking about, oh, I wish I could maybe do that, or I wish this could be, like planes could be there, or I wish I could call someone outside my house, not with a string attached to the phone. And yeah, everything was an imagination from someone.
Thank you very much, Fidan, for sharing your thought. I'm really thankful and excellent mindset you have on that. So, guys, I hope you took some time to reflect and you are listening carefully what our colleague was telling us. Please, reflect on this. What he said. I think that is extremely important. Please do that. I hope it touched your heart in one way or another, and you will try to follow, whatever you are passionate about. And people are going to tell you it is not possible. Come on, people are going to tell you that. Uh, so think about that what you really want to do, what idea you have, and then just start it. Don't procrastinate. This is the right time. This is the right time. Don't think you don't have experience right now. Experience comes from doing things. Yeah, it is not just going to come there. So please do this and think about some type of entrepreneurial activity, whatever it is. Let it be very small. Uh, all these companies started very small, very small. You just saw Lego, how it started. They did not have anything. So start something and don't expect that you are going to be overnight success. No, it's not like that. So you start now at 20, 21, 22. It's not going to happen by 25 you will be like the richest man in your country or whatever. It can happen sometimes because of technology. If you have something on that and it just rockets, it can happen. But generally speaking, things take time. That is the nature of things, uh, generally speaking. So, and hardship is going to come. Things are not going to go the way. You will fail many times. You saw this thing. Uh, how many the fire and everything. I don't want to repeat the things. So those obstacles, challenges are going to come. Don't just give up. Give up because you want to give up, not because you fail and you give up. So never give up when you fail, because failure is not a sign that you should give up. Failure is not that. Failure is just that it's telling you that this thing which you did not work. It does not work like this. So you might want to think about some other way. That is what failure is. But if you think that you should stop that and do something else from your own will, then that is fine. You can always stop things. You don't have to. You don't. This is not a marriage that you have to, like, even in marriage things happen. But what I'm trying to say that it is just, your go for the things which you really don't too much, like, don't feel pressured about failures and stuff like that. Just try it, see what happens, learn from that, and please pay attention to what Fidan said, and in earlier session what Vlad said about staying in the moment and those things, and other people also mentioned those things. But so please do that. Next one.
So, hello. So, for
Yes,
me,
hi.
there are two key takeaways. First is the daring spirit they have, and the other one is innovative. So, speaking about daring, and at some point, the grandfather, the first person, he starts to look for new business idea, and he found there's a way, the plastic molding machine, and he thinks about he can make something out of plastics. So I'm not sure if they stop producing wooden toys at that point to switch completely to plastic toys, but either way, it's a very daring spirit to either switch to another industry or go to a new industry and to try something new, even though they don't know about this industry at
Very
all.
yeah.
And speaking about innovative, they always keep improving their products. They already have the Lego, and somebody talk about system to the second
Yes.
generation, and he thinks about it, and then he came up with a good system, but it wasn't the perfect system because the toys can fall apart and it's not stable. And then he think of a way to solve this, to change the design of the toy, and in the end, it works out that toys can be put together and it's very stable. So these are my two key takeaways.
Excellent, excellent. Thanks for that, Yun. Really appreciate it. So system. So when he met with that business, he was saying yes, toy industry is going well, but there is no system. So you have to create some systems, processes, procedures, which runs automatically. So you don't have to be there 24/7. That is how international businesses really become big. Because if you have to stay there and manage everything, then it is going to be very hard. You cannot be on so many places all the time. So systems and those type of things is excellent, highest quality. Did you see that you are working day and night when that brick, the guy was to improve on that brick, and he was seeing how it can stick. Did you see that it was night outside and his lamp, he was working and he's writing on papers and throwing them and new idea and throwing it, and that type of mindset. Why he was doing it? Just money alone cannot make you do that. Money is important, but money has its limitation. Yeah. So it is just your desire, your internal, what you really want to do something. See, when you want to do something, time just flies, and you just keep on doing it and you enjoy it. Like, yeah, Netflix, you are watching a movie and you're just enjoying it, and before you know, the time is gone and you are not happy or anything, and you are watching it, or you are talking with some friend you like, and time just flies and you are talking, and you are in some romantic relationship or something. All night has gone and you have been on the phone, and you're not sleepy and you are enjoying it and everything. What is that? That is your heart is there, your desire is there, those type of things. So that is very important. uh, in that, I told you they started small. I told you vehicles are going to come, and you mentioned very good point that they did not stop anywhere. They were always going next. What next? What can we do next? How we can improve this toy? What else we can make? See, the airport, a toy business, and he's thinking about creating an airport. And then how investors came, and he was thinking that maybe these many people would come, but it surpassed their sense, or their forecasting, whatever you want to call it. Quality came again and again. So you have to think about that. And quality, as you are discussing, is different for different people. Search for perfection, they use this term, search for perfection. uh, Search for, it's not a coincidence that you are they did not say make it perfect. It is not coincident that they are using the word search of perfection, because they understand that perfection, we no one knows what perfection is, because everything has a next step. Everything has a next step. It is just like beauty. Who is beautiful? Who is most beautiful? uh, who is most beautiful in the world? Maybe there is one you have in mind who is extremely beautiful, and no one is beyond that. But that is not the right statement. You like them for one reason or another. That is fine, and I value that and I respect that. But is that person the most beautiful or most handsome? If it is a guy, no, there is no, you can't say that this girl is the most beautiful in the world, because if you are going to really search, you're going to find someone next. And same thing for the guy. So no one is perfect. That is the point I'm trying to make. So you are searching for that perfection. Yeah, you are searching, you are looking that what is the ultimate, how I can, that mindset again. Our friend spoke about mindset. So that is very important, not being complacent. Yes, you celebrate success and you enjoy. You celebrate failures as you are talking about it, and you learn from that. But you don't become complacent. These companies are always looking for how we can improve, and stuff like that. Fire, we spoke about that. And another thing which I really want to talk about, they, in the end, if you guys really see what they were saying, they said make best of any situation and never give up. Make best of every situation and never give up, and they demonstrated it. Fire, for example, bad situation, but make best of that. So same in your, I know that things very easy to say, and all of us have our own challenges in life. All of us have our limitations. We have maybe some people right now, we don't know what is the situation. Everyone has different situation, everyone have different problems. But don't, it is just again what I think Heidi said is I think that is where we need to focus a little bit more, that what is your mindset. It is all about mindset. Different people react differently. One person is going to break a glass or something, they are going to behave differently. Maybe the family is going to behave differently. They will say, oh, no problem, glasses break, these things happen, try to be careful next time. Yeah. And then there is another family and something like this happen and they get a beating or something like that. I'm not talking about one country, because talking global, everyone is different, so people react very differently. How you view, what is your perception. Changing perception is the key if you want to be successful in international trade and generally in life also. So make best of any situation. And think about things. That was also very interesting point, where the guy found a machine which they really liked, and they very expensive, and he called his son, and the son said, well, yes, good idea, but it is very expensive, but he went ahead with that. So these people know that money is going to attract money, so they are willing to invest in that sense, in the company, in the machine, in their workers, and so many other things which you can maybe think about. But let's take the next one.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Techfin. Thank you very much.
Hello, Vilad. And if anyone else wants to speak, please raise your hand so we can take you. Otherwise, I think Vilad is going to conclude the thing. Yes, Vlad, please go ahead.
Thank you. Well, amazing what you talk right now. I think we should take everything that you have told, especially for the mindset and what the previous colleagues had said about the mindset, into our heart and just work on it. Like you said, not not being perfect, but search the perfection. In this sense as well of our mindset, a mindset that is more love orientated, I would say, and where honest business is possible in international trade as well. And I think failure, what you have been speaking about, that is key. Not only because it is like a trial where people wanna know, hey, are you going to start over again or not? Are you going to give up or not? Because in life it's the same. We live those situations. That's something that comes in our life, and we need to decide if we want to go on or not. So in the situation for Lego, the failure was key because when they started again, they had grown much more. I think it was only possible because they could realize ideas now easier as they could establish new structures, because they built a bigger house, they built a house of Lego, then they had the big dream, the big idea to build this airport, to grow and grow, always to grow, and this step by step, this is important, step by step. So they could start with nothing only because they put their foot in front, always step by step and not too fast. So not the third step before the first step. And they made them responsible. This is really important. They made them responsible for success. They had always someone for whom they have been doing this. For example, the family. The man who had lost his wife, who had 4 children to not nourish, he did not have another option. He needed to succeed so they can live, and therefore he had a high motivation to go on. And I think this is key, to make yourself responsible, if not for yourself, for your own success, but for the success of your children, or for the success of your brothers and sisters that you have, the little ones, that you can support them, or for your family. And I think that was as well really important that they had the family around them, because it was like a support and the friends. Every time that was like really hard, there was a failure that supported them, so they could encourage themselves to go on. So what I have noticed, another thing that was key, is when they burned down the second time the building, what they've made, they focused only on plastic, on Lego, yes, not on the toys out of wood. And because of this focus, they could work much better step by step, just in one direction, and then diversify. And then they could make this airport, make this Lego land. That was only possible because of this focus, this laser light focus. That is what I wanted to tell you. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent points, Vlad. Laser sharp focus. I think that is how we concluded, and that was a very good point. Thanks for that, Vlad, and thanks everyone for sharing your thoughts, participating in the course through saying things here and various emails and stuff you have been sending. I'm very thankful, and I've been trying to share that with everyone also in the session. So I hope you can. The idea is not just to think about all these things in this short period of time. What we did was just 1 week of engagement, uh, and time just flew. So the things we were talking about, and you don't have to think about all the things. Just maybe pick up one or two things which you want to reflect more and think about those things, and try to maybe do start working on them to the best of your ability. And you guys are sharp, and you will be fine. With that, I am coming to the closure of our engagement. I was thinking how I should close, and this is what I wanted to close with. You are seeing this on the screen also. This is our closing statement. This is a poem. It is if. So if you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you had liked to win but think you can't, it is almost certain you won't. If you think you will lose, you have lost. For out of the world we find success begins with a fellow's will. It is all in the state of mind. If you think you are outclassed, you are. You have got to think high to rise. You have got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life's battles do not always go to the strongest or faster person, but sooner or later, the person who wins is the one who thinks they can. Thanks very much for a wonderful semester, or week, I should call it. Enjoy your evening.
I'm sorry, can I ask something?